middle of the football field, catches it for a touchdown.
Would you look at that? Evergreen, would you look at this Suarez there?
Cool with the big three. Great. Takes it all the way now. Nice. All right, hey, we want to welcome you guys to the 2018-2019 high school football season out here. This is EPS Sports. This is Rod Lawrence. I got my buddy Dan Odell out here with me this year. We want to welcome you guys here to the brand new season. It's kicking off here. It's going to be a real nice day. We got everybody down there getting ready to get this kickoff ready to go. We got the coin toss out there trying to figure out exactly what's going on. We want to welcome all you guys to this broadcast, our first broadcast of the season here, of a whole bunch more that we're going to have going on. Want to make everybody aware that we do have the flag out there flying at half mast, and that's definitely in honor of our Congressman McLean. So we just wanted to make sure that we paid tribute to that individual and all his services and everything that he has done for us in his lifetime. So outstanding individual and proud American. So we wanted to make sure that we made everybody aware of that.
God bless.
So back here to what's going on out here on the football field. I didn't get to see exactly what was happening there with the coin toss, so we'll figure out here in a second. But just kind of go over what's going on. Brand new season, so these teams, everybody is still got their jitters. Coaches, think they have an idea what might be going on, but it's pretty much just a wait and see right now, huh, Dan?
It is. It's everybody's 0-0. Everybody's excited about the season. There's a smell of fall in the air. All the expectations of a new high school season where everybody is 0-0 and everybody has expectations. And the best part about it for these kids is there's no school right now. So they're all focused on football and nothing but football tonight on a beautiful night in the Northwest. Wind slight breeze from left to right tonight, but a beautiful sunny afternoon for football as the Heritage Timberwolves take on the Evergreen Plainsmen. Rod, I'm really interested in the freshman quarterback and what kind of leadership he can bring to the team on offense as far as, his experience and his past body of work and what he's done over the summer and this preseason to win this job as a freshman. I'm pretty excited to see how Mr. Scott does here tonight. Yeah,
the coaching staff is pretty hyped about the young man. They're thinking he's going to do a pretty good. Well, obviously he won the starting job over the summer, and kind of took over that spot and that role. And the team seems to be behind him, and so does the coaching staff. So we're on our way. We got a fair catch right there at the start, but wait a minute, he decides that he's going to go ahead and run with the ball. Not quite sure what's going on there. He swung his hands like it was going to be a fair catch, and he decided to run with it anyway. They're going to be down right there at the 31. Chains moved. Coach Hyde over there already talking about the fact that the young man did signal fair catch and took off running anyway. The officials are going to let this ball stand where he was tackled. So we'll go from there. We got first down and 10 from the 32-yard line.
Heritage going no huddle Jets.
And there's the freshman quarterback, Nicky Scott, lines up and trips to the far side of the field, empty backfield.
It's too late.
Some excited coaches next door.
Yeah,
Heritage
we sure
is
do.
Ready here.
First snap out in the flats, right there to Umi Amaka. He's going to catch that on one knee, downing himself right as he catches that ball. He's going to get out to the 35-yard line.
Some new faces up front, Jet, for the Evergreen Plainsmen. We'll have to keep an eye on that defensive line.
We sure will. Now we looks like got a running back there that looks like Anthony Key, lined up there on the left side, moves to the right. Takes that ball right up the middle, breaks it to the 40, across the 40, down to the 45, and it's going to be taken down right at the 48-yard line. Nice run there by Anthony Key. Second play from scrimmage, and they've moved the down chains. First and 10 from the 48-yard line.
And brought down by Zal Griffin, Jr., 6'3", 190 in that secondary for the Plainsmen. Zyle had a lot of experience last year on the Plainsman football team.
Sure did. Familiar spread offense here from the Heritage Timberwolves. Once again to the running back. This time he's going to get taken down right there on the 50-yard line. Looks like they're going to give him forward momentum back to the line of scrimmage, bringing up second down and 10.
Nice job by the outside linebacker there. Had his momentum going towards the backfield before the ball was even snapped, and just basically ran right into that play. Nice play there by Ryan Preston.
This time they're going to go with an empty backfield. Drops back, has a nice little rush, a little too high, just over the outreached hands of Daniel Barrera, number 4, their intended receiver out there. It's going to bring up third down and 10.
Again, nice pressure there, Jet, from the Plainsman lineman. The far side over there, the defensive end putting pressure on the quarterback. The freshman has his hands full tonight for Heritage.
Sure does. Comeback split, twin receivers on either side. Jordan Oliveras lined up out there on the numbers on the far side of the field. Daniel Barrera down here at the bottom of your screen. Going to take the snap a little high. Settles in, gets it, lobs it right over there. Great catch by the running back out of the backfield, Anthony Key.
And that's something right there, Jet, that the coaches saw this offseason was that Scott can put that ball up there with some touch.
Yeah, he sure did. He definitely showed the great touch on that play. Good hands there by Anthony Key, number 22, the running back, comes out of the backfield.
First and 10 from the 20-yard line with 10:24 to go in here in this first quarter.
Got trips to the top of your screen. This time we've got a nice little option to Key. This time he's not going to get much out of that one. Looks like he might lose about half a yard. Okay, they will give him forward momentum back to the line of scrimmage, so we're just going to bring up second down and 10. Calling the plays there for the Timberwolves is Ashton Clark, actually a former player of the Heritage Timberwolves. Also played his college career out at Eastern Washington. Pass there intended for Daniel Barrera.
Just a tick ahead of him, Jet, but it was a nice, well-designed play. And the receiver was actually had it beaten his man by a step.
Sure did.
Just rushed that a little bit out in front. I expect Scott to make that throw as the season moves along.
Yeah. Now, this is a big deal for, freshman quarterback to come out here on Friday afternoon and
first start.
run the varsity team. Good downfield, nice little lob. Oh, almost picked off there. Not quite sure who his intended receiver was for that because I saw nothing but Evergreen's Plainsmans around that.
Well, he had 3 receivers all in the same area, so my guess is that somebody ran the wrong route. They did have trips to the far side of the field, but he just kind of threw that up there in an area.
Yeah, Griffin and Fight were both right there in the area for the Evergreen defensive backfield.
So there's a turnover for the defense that was not created as a turnover, giving Heritage another opportunity on fourth down.
Yep, they're going to go for it.
Line to gain is the 11 Jet.
Drops back, has somebody open across the middle, and is unable to complete that pass there to Kaya Umiamaka. Just needed to bring that one down just a little bit. So it kind of shows on this series when he did throw the ball, he's a little high. Just kind of needs to calm down a little bit. Everything was just a little too high for most of the receivers except for the one big play they had to Anthony Key.
And I'm sure once he's gotten that first series out of his way, jitters, he'll settle down a little bit and start making some more precise throws. But all in all, not a bad series from the freshman.
No, not at all. Evergreen takes the ball over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 on their 20. Sophomore quarterback Blaze hands that off, breaks that out to the outside across the 25 down to the 30, 35-yard. Taken down right there at the 36-yard line. Nice run by Evergreen's number 3, Eli Lava. What is that? Vala Liatua. Make sure I say that right. That's got tongue tire right there. Vala Liatua.
Leatua.
Yeah. Well, there we go. So Evergreen lines up in the pistol formation. Blaze drops back, kicks that to the outside to Val Leatua again, who makes a nice run down across the midfield. Great run there. Is going to bring first down, moving the chains.
Yeah, that's McCabo that made that catch. Gideon McCabo, number 7. I was more impressed with
Oh, that was the
catch.
running back, yeah.
Catch was down there around his ankles. Came in there pretty hot. Nice catch by McCabo.
McCabo, the lone running back out of the pistol formation. Gideon McCabo, I hope we're pronouncing the young man's name right. They're going to give it to McCabo right again, right at the top. This time he's going to get stopped at the 45 and pushed back 2 yards out of the play before his momentum is stopped. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Short gain there. Nice job up front by the Heritage Timberwolves, led by number 70, Josh O'Neill.
Head coach for the Evergreen Plainsmen is Terry Hyde. He's been with the program. Do believe this is his 3rd year. Still trying to get the program back on his feet and into an area of what everybody remembers Evergreen being about. They break their huddle. Blaze drops back, sees somebody out in the flat, hits him right there at the 40. He's going to make it up to about the 37 before he's run out of bounds.
Nice job in zone coverage there by the Timberwolves, Jet. They were able to keep that slot receiver in front of them, come up quickly and make a play for about maybe a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, that was Tay Marks, number 15, the receiver coming out of the slot position. Like they have a personnel change there.
3rd and 5 here, trips to the near side, so a lot of area to defend over here.
Oh, we got a fumble on the field, but they're able to jump on that. Looks like there was a problem with the handoff between Blaze and the new running back that came in.
Now, for our listeners and viewers, Blaze was playing some quarterback last year.
Yep,
at the end
sure
of the
did.
year for
At the end of the year.
Evergreen Plainsmen as we were watching them close out their season. So he's got a little experience under his belt. And Evergreen lining up to punt away here on 4th and a short 4.
Kicker there is Griffin. He just kind of end over ends that one. Going to down that right just inside the 15-yard line, it looks like. Or right there on the 15-yard line. So the Heritage Timberwolves are going to take over 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Both teams now just kind of move the ball in between the 30s, if you will, and then had to give that ball up. So still jitters, first game, you know.
Yeah,
still trying to work it out.
Both teams feeling each other out, trying to digest what the other offense is trying to do. I would expect Evergreen on defense this series to be a little more aggressive. They've been bringing blitzers the last series that they played, but they're going to rattle this freshman quarterback.
He's going to hand that one off right up the middle this time. He tries to bounce that outside, but nowhere to go. We got a penalty flag. See if we got a holding call there somewhere. Yep, well, the holding is on Heritage. That'll move them back 10 yards. You know, they're talking to the captains out there, trying to decide how they want to handle this going forward. All right, so that's going to bring up first down, and where did they put him? Right there on the 11th?
Yep, half the distance, so about a 9-yard penalty, yeah.
Yeah. Big hole for the freshman quarterback to try to dig himself out of. We'll see what they got dialed up here. Slot receivers on either side. We got somebody coming downfield who's wide open and catches the ball on the 50. He's going to take that all the way to the bank. Nobody is going to be able to catch him. That is Daniel Barrera, who had lined up out there on the numbers and just beat his man bad. Nice little pass out there.
89
deep.
yards.
Can't beat that.
Can't beat that. What happened was they had the slot receiver come out at a corner type route underneath of that corner, so the corner froze, and his receiver ran right past him.
Sure did. And safety over the top was nowhere to be found to kind of keep that play in containment. So big play there by the freshman quarterback. Comes right out with a 97-yard touchdown on his first time playing varsity football. That's always good for building your confidence out there. Good play by the quarterback and the receiver.
There's the end of the replay here, Jeff.
Yeah, nobody was going to catch him. He was out there all by himself. Yeah.
Miscommunication in the secondary. Eyes weren't in the right place, and 7 points later.
Gonzalez goes for the extra point, and it's good. So at 6:12 left to play in the first quarter, Heritage goes on top with a big play by the freshman quarterback, now up 7-0 over the Evergreen Plainsmen.
He didn't look very nervous on that throw,
No,
did he, Jeff?
he didn't. And he dropped it right there. Pretty much hit him in stride. He had to slow down just a little bit, but for the most part,
well
put
executed
that
play.
out there as the best way he could, and they got 6 out of it.
The flag bearer down there is having a tough time with this win.
Yeah, it sure is. We'll see here what Evergreen is going to do now. I mean, this is just one touchdown. Obviously, they're nowhere close to being out of this game. But just kind of see if, what type of character the kids have, and if they're going to just come out here and try to punch Heritage in the mouth and get these 6 points back up.
Well, I think what we're trying to say here is the game plan shouldn't change. You're only down
Right.
7-0. Just stick with what you've been working at all preseason. Obviously, Blaze is capable of putting the ball in the air, but when you have a guy like Griffin in your backfield, you'd be better off handing it to him and trying to create a little bit of balance.
Yeah, and so far they've had him out there on the in the receiver position, either outside or slot. They haven't had him in the backfield yet since the game has started. Seems like that responsibility has been given to Gideon McKay Bowie.
Might be McKBO.
McKBO. You might be correct.
McKBO.
McKBO. So I'll say it fast. McKBO. That makes it sound better anyway. Even if it is wrong, it sounds better. We get that picked up right there at the 9. Griffin's going to take it across the 20, down to the 25, breaks it to the outside to the 30 before he's knocked out and ran out of bounds. Evergreen's going to take that ball. It looks like they're going to have him down right there on the 31-yard line, 1st and 10 from that 31.
And I mentioned him, Griffin, as a runner, but he ran a lot last year. So
He did.
We know he's capable of toting the rock and actually carrying the load on offense, but he's out at receiver this year, so we'll see if they mix him in with a few carries out of the backfield this year.
Looks like Valuatua is in the backfield. He's going to get the ball. He's going to bust out there quick. Keeps running hard down across the 40-yard line. Might be close to a first down. It looks like they are going to give it to him. They're going to move the chains. Nice 10-yard run by Eli Valuatua. We changed up the personnel a little bit. Gideon on the side. They're going to give it to Valiatua again, who's going to take that ball another 10, 15 yards. Looks like they're going to give him 12 yards on this play. Nice little handoff to the young man. Clock continuing to run. 5:36 left to play in this first quarter. Pretty quiet game. Crowd's not quite what we thought they were going to be, but they got some support and some spectators. I'm starting to see the stands fill up a little more than when the game first started. Blake's going to take that underneath. Traditional I formation. Give it back to the running back, and he is going to get down to the 39-yard line.
Evergreen seeming to find their way on the ground here a little bit more this series.
Yeah, they sure are. Blaze brings them to the line of scrimmage. He's going to be back in their normal style, pistol formation. Gives it to the running back again. This time he's going to meet contact right at the line of scrimmage, but it's going to fall forward down to about the 36-yard line.
Running right at that Heritage front.
Sure
O'Neal.
is. It's going to be just shy of the first down. Looks like about a yard. Pretty good drive here for the Plainsmen so far. Blaze takes a snap, hands it off once again. This time the Heritage defense a little more stingy, but they are still able to get the first down. Make it down to the 36-yard line, and that is going to move the chains. 1st and 10 from Heritage, 36-yard line. Valiatua runs out. Gideon comes back into the game. McCabio lines up directly behind Blaze. Blaze drops back, has a receiver open on the far side, and he's going to get that for the touchdown. And that's going to be Zeal Griffin, who was there for the touchdown pass.
The defender just checked up a little bit too short.
Yeah, he sure
jumped
did.
and didn't have enough springs there to put a hand on the ball. So
Well, let's see here. The officials are talking, and I don't think I saw an official. And there's a flag on the play here, so that's going to bring that great pass and catch back. Well, they had an illegal man downfield, so. And there was the instant replay, so it was a great catch there by Griffin. All for naught. It's going to bring them back.
It's just the wrong, should have been remixed, yeah, but that's why he's got the mic, helps us out.
We're going to push them all the way back to the, looks like the 46, well, no, 41-yard line. Didn't quite see, in high school football, they don't give out the number of the person who had the infraction, so not sure if it was a lineman or the way they were lined up and we had a receiver who was covered up down there and they didn't realize it. Come back now. They're going to hand that ball off. Try to get a fly sweep going, and that's going to go nowhere. They're going to lose yardages on that play.
great penetration up front. Number 76, Kenyon Webster, destroying that play, along with his counterpart O'Neal. Andrew Tom, three big fellas up front.
Cam Smith, the running back on that one. Lose about 4 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd and 19.
Cam Smith meet Kenyon Webster.
Yeah. Blaze takes a snap. Nice little trap play right up the middle. Looks like they're going to get back to the 41-yard line before the momentum is stopped. It's going to bring up third down now. And that's Gideon McCavio, the running back. Coach Hyde, also the offensive coordinator, giving Blaze the play. Slot formation. Blaze drops back, looking for somebody. Going to get flushed out of the pocket, looks down the field again, sees a receiver coming across the middle there for a nice catch, and that is Griffin. Who's going to be able to make that catch coming across the field is going to be enough for the first down. A little scrambling there by Blaze. That's a big boy, 210 pounds. You know, if you're going to hit him, you're going to have to really bring him down. Has the awareness to step up in the pocket, find him some space, and catch Griffin coming across the middle of the field. Good play. Keeps the chains moving. Valiatua now is back at the running back slot. Griffin lined up on the far end of the field.
Looks like we have a timeout, Evergreen.
We've got 1:27 left to play in this quarter. Terry wants to talk about it, see if he can't get a score in this first quarter of play. So far, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking that Coach Hyde kind of settled his kids down after that long touchdown pass by the freshman Scott. Said, hey, look, I believe we have a little bit more experience, so we're going to take this thing to the ground, see what they're made of in the middle. And they're doing a pretty good job of moving the football on the ground.
Yeah.
They'd have a touchdown if it wasn't for that penalty for a legal man downfield. So I think they got a little more basic and simple and said, hey, we're just going to physical up in here and try to score.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that.
Heritage not doing a bad job. It's tough when they're running the ball right at you and you can't get a stop. Valiatua is really putting a lot of pressure on him. So
he is a different type running back.
Different type of runner, right? That we're used to seeing.
Small guy, not very big, not a very big guy. Let's see what they have him listed as. 5'10", 175. That might be giving him. That's a little generous. I don't think he's quite that heavy.
A few counter and jump cut plays from him gets him a little space that he needs.
Yep.
Probably doesn't need a whole lot.
I'll break the timeout, and Blaze has him set up. They're going to give it to Valiatua right up the middle. He's not going to get anywhere on this one. And that's going to bring up second down.
Good job by that defensive front and number 54, inside linebacker Avery Napoleon.
They're going to give him forward momentum back to the line of scrimmage. Pretty generous spot there, I would think. 2nd and 10. 56 seconds left to play in this first quarter. Evergreen breaks the huddle, lines up in slot receivers on either side. Blaze drops back. Has a man open out there in the corner. Intended receiver is Griffin. It's effortless for him to get the ball out there. You see?
Yeah, he's got a big, strong arm.
Yeah, he sure does.
He did have Valiatua wide open in the flat, but elected to throw the longer ball down the sideline. But even as a sophomore, he's got a lot to learn.
Yeah, he sure does. He sure does. I think they've kind of realized that Griffin is not going to have a big problem getting behind that corner over there. So, that might be he's going to get worked all night. Who is the corner out there?
Probably one of the reasons why they moved him out there, right?
Yeah.
He's got that speed. Stretch the defense a little bit.
This time it's a running play. And no go. Heritage defensive line there
very little.
figuring it out and not giving up a whole bunch of ground.
Nice job up front by the big guys.
Brings up 4th and 8, and it looks like Terry Hyde feels like he's got a guy's got the leg to go ahead and put that through the uprights for him, so they're going to go for the 3.
37 yards. Looks like we have another official timeout. We've got a penalty here in the end zone.
Well, if that quarter
Delay a
just
game,
ran out,
perhaps.
so we'll see if there's going to be another play before they officially end this quarter. And it doesn't look like it. So time runs out in the first quarter as the Evergreen Plainsmen try to put 3 on the scoreboard from 30 yards out. Well, let's see what they're ultimately going to do. And they picked up the flag, so it's officially the end of the first quarter. This is the EPS Sports Network. Rodney Lawrence, Dan Odell. We'll be right back to start off the second quarter in just a bit.
From this angle, it all makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore.
Show up
And frustration,
absorb
a
what
tool,
people are giving you.
not an obstacle.
It's a
I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible.
And then we're gonna turn the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
Find me one.
What's your reaction gonna be? Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods
Okay, what else?
common.
Little tadpoles, the frogs, the spiders, this is their world.
There's nothing.
And then they die. Go ahead, go, go, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
All right, now, welcome back to McKenzie Stadium here. I'm Rod Lawrence, Dan Odell. We're here at the first game of a doubleheader we have going out here. Right now, we have the Heritage Timberwolves and the Evergreen Plainsmen at the end of the first quarter. Evergreen was lined up to try to kick 3 of them up here onto the board.
Pretty good boot here, Jeff, from 37.
Got it set up. We've got a hold, and we've got a kick. It does look like it's long enough, and he did miss it. It was off to the left over there, but he definitely had the leg. So, the beginning of this quarter, Evergreen unable to put any points on the board up to this point. Heritage is still on top 7-0. Heritage will take over on downs. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Got to tip your hat to Heritage there. They did a pretty good job of shutting down that run once Evergreen got down inside their 30.
Yeah, they sure did.
Forced a long kick that was wide left. So kudos to Heritage. Come to play on both sides of the ball tonight.
Yes. Smith has his ball club lined up at the 20-yard line. Takes the snap, drops back, looking for a receiver, has somebody open. Looks like that ball might have got deflected just a little bit, and he had a receiver open out there in the flats, intended for Caleb Lemire.
Pretty good read there by Tay Marks, who was the defender on that play. A low throw, didn't have much of a chance. Evergreen has big Nathan Lean in the middle of that defense at 6'4", 270.
Yes, big guy. Giving that center all the work he can handle. Going to hand that ball right up the middle. He's going to get nowhere on that. Barely get back to the line of scrimmage. Great defensive play there. With Evergreen, Ryan Preston looks like kind of crashed down on that one. DB on some type of a blitz package and was able to pull him and drag him down right there at the line of scrimmage, bringing up 3rd down and 10 from the 20. Big 3rd down here Empty backfield. Smith steps up into the pocket now looking to get away. Breaks out into field for a scramble. Makes it to the 30 and runs right out of bounds. Nice run there by the freshman. Nice awareness to know that the pocket was collapsing on him, and he broke his way outside of that and got enough for the first down.
Yeah, what I saw there was good footwork by the young guy at quarterback, and I also saw a nice block on the far side from his receiver.
Oh, he did not get out. He did not get out in time. Well, he got out too soon is what I'm trying to say here.
He stepped out along the sideline. Looked like he had a first down by about 3 yards.
Yeah.
But apparently he stepped out a little too soon.
It's going to bring up 4th down and a little under 1. There's the instant replay, and it does look like he did step out a little early. So they're going to bring the punt team here. And they're going to go for it. And he is going to get across the 30 and get the first down.
Well, that's a risky play this early in the ball game.
Sure
only down
is.
by 7. Actually, they're up 7, but just not an area you want to be if you don't get that first down.
No, sure don't. Well, first game of the season, non-league game. The formation looked a little suspect anyway. You know, he wasn't back too far. I kind of figured something was going to happen like that.
You know, he was so close. There wasn't a quick kick. Pooch kick or anything that was going to happen that close to the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like this is a formation that they're using. They've gone to a completely new formation, kind of a tight bunch. Student body left type of, student body right, I'm sorry, type of situation. They're going to get
and this looks
down
more
to the
like
41-yard line.
Goggins in there at quarterback.
It is. Let's see here. I think you're right. Number 18. It is. Skylar Scoggins. He was their quarterback last year. He's in the game now, and they've gone to a completely different type formation. Probably kind of capitalize on his ability to run the ball, too.
Pretty good runner. I've been following him since he had been at Frontier Middle School playing quarterback. Now over here with Heritage playing some quarterback and linebacker, and just came in to fill in for Mr. Scott for a few plays.
Well, they've got this double type, bunch type situation here. Heavy package, if you will. Another run play. Scoggins is going to take that up the middle. Looks like he's going to get down to about the 43-yard line, and it is going to be enough for the first down. They're going to move the chains. Okay, well, there's their run package, and here comes the freshman quarterback out on the field, Nicky Smith. So testing out a few things in the first game of the season, trying to see what they have and how to move things around, and they kind of pushed Evergreen around on that series and was able to get the first down. And now they're back to their to the offense they started with. Referee, somebody trying to get something figured out. There's the wind the clock there from the white cap. Smith takes the snap. He's going to roll out here looking for a receiver downfield. He's going to get that out into flats, just in and out of the hands there of the receiver. Intended receiver on that was Umi Amaka. Just right through his hands. Tough rollout play there to roll that direction and throw. It was kind of tough, hard for him. You see him fighting to get his shoulders around to make that completion. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Anthony Keys, a lone running back, set right off the left side of Smith. Trips at the bottom of the screen. One-step drop back, and is just going to kind of lob that one out there.
Nice play by the corner. Got a hand on that ball.
Intended receiver. Looks like it was Umi Amaka once again, number 2.
Luke Allen, senior, in there on the defense. one in a long line of many Allens that have come through
Yeah, sure is.
Evergreen High School.
Actually, that was Jared Padley, the intended receiver on that play. There it is again. Nice defensive play, like you said, Dan. Smith drops back, kind of pumps it, has the running back right there in the middle of the field. Going to get across the 45, down to the 40, before he's brought down by a host of Evergreen Plainsmen.
Anthony Key.
Anthony Key just kind of leaked out of the backfield there and kind of curled right there and sat right underneath the, right behind the linebackers.
Little soft spot in that defense
Yeah,
right
it sure
there.
was. Nice little run after the catch. Going to get him a first down. First down and 10 from the Evergreen 40-yard line.
One of the better series on offense so far, even though they scored on that long pass play on a communication breakdown. But this has been a good series for Heritage.
Sure has. Smith again has a man. Looks like there was a miscommunication on the route on that time. Timing route set up. Intended receiver number 5, Lemire. Doesn't look like he was quite coming out of his, breaking out of his pattern and looking for that ball.
Allen had a better opportunity at that one. It was
Yeah,
pretty
sure
low,
did.
but he made an effort on the ball anyway. But yeah, low pass there intended for the receiver.
Okay, so we have a new running back into the game here. Looks like Isaac Rowe, number 28. We'll make sure I got that number right. Smith calling some audibles. Option, and it is Rowe who's going to get the pick. Kind of their big, strong runner there, Rowe. Looks like he's a big guy, a big load. Ran out of bounds by Garen Hunter, a senior, 6 foot, 170-pound linebacker for the Plainsmen. Key comes back into the game. This time he's going to line up as a receiver inside slot on the far side. Empty backfield. Smith drops back, looking for a receiver. Has one open. Umi Amaka out there, just outside the reached hands of that young man for an incomplete pass. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 7.
Not complete, but another nice touch pass by Scott.
Yeah, sure is. So we'll see here. Heritage not using their punting game so far. Key and Smith in the backfield together. Key lines up on the right side of him. Smith drops back, airs that one out again, looking for his receiver downfield. Great catch there by Jordan Oliveras. And Smith just put that out there where only he was going to be able to come down with it. He's shown us so far, Dan, that he does have a touch. He has the ability to get the ball out there and give the receivers an opportunity to go get it.
Jalen Fight in coverage there. Sophomore for Evergreen. Kind of misplayed that ball at its peak a little bit. You got to go up as a defender and get that. You let that ball come down, and it was a great catch by the receiver.
And there it is. Here's our instant replay. And there it is. Caught that one right there at the end with the camera. This time Scoggins is in. He's going to try to throw a pass, and he does. Complete it to the tight end, who just kind of came out of the line, off the line of scrimmage, and just kind of handled out there.
Andrew Tom.
Andrew Tom, number 84.
Yeah. Defensive end on the defense, tight end on the offense.
Nice little offensive series there, run by the young man, Ashton Clark. Good calling on that young man's part. And now Heritage up by 2 touchdowns on the Evergreen Plainsmen.
Number 6 is Reardon Thomas in the defensive point after.
Lined up for the extra point. Good snap, and kick is low, but it is going to be good.
Heritage tacking onto that lead. Make it 14-0.
Yeah. Israel Gonzalez handling those responsibilities and is successful both times. 14 now to 0. Heritage is now on top. That was a great series, Dan, for these guys. I mean, that was just, they just kind of moved the ball
Used a
methodically
couple
down the
different
field.
packages with Scoggins in there in that tight bunch run formation. And then they brought Scoggins back at the very end of the drive, probably thinking it was going to be that tight bunch run formation near the goal line, and he rolled
They threw out of it, so now they've proven that, you know, it's good for running, and you can throw out of that as well, and
Right.
you know, hit that tight end who just kind of leaked off the line of scrimmage and found the soft spot and kind of waited for the ball to be thrown to him.
Quite frankly, Scoggins is capable of throwing the football. I've seen it with my own eyes. So yeah, nice little two-headed monster there at quarterback.
Yeah, sure is. Sure is.
I'm sure as the season goes along, they'll probably create even more packages.
Take advantage of both of these talents. Yeah, that's one good thing about high school sports. You can do things like that and be successful with it. Catch people off guard.
A little unexpected to see Evergreen fall behind 14-0 this early.
Yeah, it is. I expected them to generate a little bit more offense than they have. Let's just hope that these guys the kids are still ready to go out here and put it to them. We've got Griffin and McCabio in the backfield. No, who is that over there?
You're talking
that
about
far
back
guy?
deep,
Yeah.
okay.
That is Griffin and Tua. Eli.
And Evergreen has enough weapons. I mean, they
do.
Blaze can throw it around. They've got guys that can run it and catch it. Down 14-0 is not a huge deficit.
They're going to kick it right to Griffin at about the 11-yard line. Yeah, he's not going to have anywhere to go this time. He's going to kind of lose some yardage and get backtracked. He's going to take it down right there inside the 15-yard line. So
Griffin,
Evergreen will take over from there.
Spending a lot of times going, east and west on this kickoff returns. He needs to hit straight up the field. We know how fast he is.
Yes.
He may be one of the fastest kids down there on the field in this game. I think it's important here, Jet, with 7:47 to go until the half, that Evergreen establishes some kind of momentum on offense.
Yeah, no, I would have definitely agree with you. Macabio in the backfield. Got Griffin out there in the flat. He catches it and then fumbles the ball and recovered right there by the Heritage Timberwolves. You know, that's, as they call the face mask. We'll see what's going on.
Face mask, but that face mask may have happened after the penalty or after the turnover.
So let's see how they're going to play that.
Before the exception, personal foul, face mask against Purple. There was 15 yards from the previous spot, first down white.
Before the catch, he said there was a face mask. I really don't know how that can happen. It happened during the tackle.
So
on Griffin.
Let's see here. So that
After he
allows
caught the
Evergreen
ball.
to keep the ball.
So Evergreen keeps the ball. So I'm not sure the explanation was on cue, but it was definitely a face mask.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can get another look at that down in the truck, but
Yeah, here we go.
here's
see
the
here.
pass, the catch. There's the
There's
face
the
mask
face
after
mask.
the catch.
So yeah, he did face mask him before he fumbled. So we'll see.
Good job
Thank you
down in
there,
the truck,
right,
guys.
In the
Yep.
truck.
Face mask was, so it's no play because it's from they started at the 15.
Set out there to the flats to Gideon. Gideon's going to get up the field across the 30 down to about 31. Oh, I'm sorry, across the 35 to about 36.
So a big break there for Evergreen to get
Yeah,
that ball
sure
back
was.
after the turnover by Griffin.
It's going to bring up second down and about 4 yards to go.
A lot of football games out there a Jet tonight on Friday night, opening
sure
night
is.
of high school football across the state of Washington. A game over at Kiggins Bowl tonight between the Skyview Storm and Yelm Tornadoes.
That ought to be a pretty good game out there. Blaze drops back, has a guy out in the flats, makes the connection. He's going to get across the 45 before he stopped and hit hard.
Well, I
Just
tell you,
jarred that
Jet,
ball
it sure
loose.
seemed like that knee got bent back behind him when he went down. I'm glad he's getting up okay, but that looked like it hurt a little bit.
Yeah, he's asking for to come taken out of the game. That's Tay Marks. Kind of did twist him up a little bit. Great catch though. Here's that replay. Nice little catch out in the flat, throwing the ball upfield so he can catch that ball and see what's going on. Yeah, you kind of see how his knee got caught under him a little bit on that play. That was enough for the first down. That's going to bring up the first down and 10 from the 45-yard line. Hands that ball off. Nice, strong run there by the running back. He's going to get across midfield.
That's what I'd like to see more from Evergreen. Vale Atua there on the carry, but a little more north and south, being aggressive, being physical. I believe that Evergreen can drive this football down the field if they're just going right at Heritage.
Yeah, they sure can. That's going to bring up second down and 5. Just under 6 minutes left to play in this first half. Heritage up 2 touchdowns to none, 14-0.
Heritage showing their 4-3 front.
Blaze drops back, looks upfield. He's going to hit Gideon out in the flat. Gideon takes the ball hard upfield. He's going to get across the 45. Or he's run out of bounds right there at about the 49-yard line.
I tell you what, Jet, every time that Evergreen gets the ball and heads upfield, they're taking a licking from this
Yeah,
Heritage
they sure
defense.
are. They sure are.
That's 2 hits in a row on defense that Heritage has just brought the wood.
Well, this is what I told you.
Macabio running hard. 6 yards on that play just to get him enough to move the chains. Fale Atua in the backfield. Macabio up front set. Going to get that ball. Leading blocker out there. Great block. He gets it out to the outside. I don't think he's going to get caught before he gets into the touchdown, and he does not. Let's see if the officials show him out, and no, they are going to give him the touchdown on that play. Great run there. We've got to give credit there to the lineman downfield blocking who pulled out in front of him.
See if we can, here's our replay to the right
There
side.
he is. Nice little block out there by the big man. Going to give him just enough room to get around the outside. Keyed right there with him, unable to get him out of bounds before he crosses it. Nice run there by Vale Atua.
So just like that, Heritage gets right on the board, running the football.
Okay, and who is kicking for the Evergreen Plainsmen? The extra point guy out there.
What appeared to be Jet more of an inside zone read type play turned into a bouncing
Bouncing
outside.
to the outside, yeah.
Caught the defense just muddled up in the middle of the field.
Delangelo, this kicker, and he's going to get it. So Evergreen puts points on the board there with a big play by the running back, Vale Atua. Nice, what was that, 40-yard run for the touchdown. Great blocking there by the offensive lineman, number 58. Let's definitely give him his credit.
That's got to make Heritage feel good. Put some points on the board before the half. Puts them right back into this ball game at 14-7 with 5:11 to go until the half. Impressive drive. Most of it on the ground. A couple passes out to the flat that actually gained a couple first downs.
Yeah, sure did. The big break was the face mask and that
negated the turnover.
negated the turnover that kept Evergreen alive. Umiamaka, the deep man for Heritage.
Seems like we've been calling his name and number for years now. He's been playing varsity football since he was, I believe, a freshman.
He was. I think he had a brother on the team then.
At the same time.
Yeah.
What a gorgeous night for football.
Yeah, it sure is. Sure is. Good shot there. Umiamaka standing out there on the.
Days like this remind me why we live here in the Northwest.
It's nice.
You know, it's 70-something and sunny, and young men are playing football. Just a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
Surrounded by a bunch of evergreens.
Del Angel's got him set, ready to go. Wait for the official's whistle. There it is. Umiamaka picks it up at about the 5. Tries to spin out of it. Gets up to the 20, to the 25, 30. Trying to cross field, and he's going to get taken down at the 35-yard line. Great run there by Umiamaka.
Now that play right there, Jet, just turned into two things. One, a great kick by the kicker. Just a great kick to get it down there in the corner, pin the man down in the corner. I mean, he gets a gold sticker back on Monday when we report back.
Yeah.
However, the coverage team kind of let him down a little bit, and he ends up getting 25, 30-plus yards out of this.
Yep. Here he goes with the instant replay.
Just a great kick.
Yeah, just great run by that young
Two
man.
missed tackles right there.
You know, and he's listed on the roster now as an athlete. They really don't and he's definitely playing that role. Key's going to get the ball.
Swallowed up
he is
by
gonna
number
get
74.
nowhere to go on that one.
You bet. Jacob Lecky, senior, all over that play just as the ball was handed off.
Evergreen, 4-man front. Looks like they're trying to get it figured out there defensively for Evergreen. Smith drops back, has a guy out in the flat just outside of the hands of Anthony Key. Kind of backpedaling as he let that one go. Kind of lost a bit of his accuracy. Going to bring up 3rd down and 11. Big 3rd down. Key lined up on the left side. Smith drops back, looks up the field, has a guy coming across the middle, unable to bring that one in. Intended receiver there, number 14, Caleb Swindle. Smith definitely threaded the needle on that one. Swindle was not able to bring that one in.
Yeah, that was a nice tight throw there by the quarterback.
Fourth and 11, the punting
Looking
team's
for a
out
left
here.
guard. Any left guard will do.
There we go. Two deep men back for Evergreen. That punt's going to go straight up in the air and land at the 50 and bounce back towards the Evergreen.
Great field
Side
position
of the
there for
field.
Evergreen.
Yeah, so Evergreen looks like they're going to spot it right there on the 50. So 1st and 10 from the 50. Evergreen has another opportunity to put some points on the board with great field position.
Tough punt there by Daniel Barrera. I think
Yeah.
he just kind of rushed himself and just didn't strike that very well.
Yeah, stayed right on the top of his foot. Just under 4 minutes left to play. Evergreen in great field position to tie this game up going into halftime. Two backs in the backfield. Going to give it to the running back right up the middle who busts right through the middle of the field. He's going to make it all the way down to, what is that, the 45? 44-yard line.
Evergreen smelling blood in the water here, Jet.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. So that's going to bring up 1st down and 10 from the 34-yard line. Great run there by Mr. Eli Valiatua. Trip receivers to the far side. Oh, and we're going to have some movement there. We'll see who ultimately that's going to get called on. Tell you, there's a lot of plays out there where Evergreen likes to pull their guards and get them out in front.
Mm-hmm.
That was Jacob Leckie who was ready to go. He had pulled and was on his way. It's going to be a penalty against Heritage. Move the chains 5 yards. I mean the yardage 5 yards. It's going to bring up first down and 5. Macabio comes back into the game, lined up as their lone receiver. Valiatua now slides up in the slot on the top of your screen there. Blaze drops back, looking for somebody to throw that ball to. Just is getting rid of the ball. Got outside of the pocket. Didn't get far enough outside the tackle boxes or outside the tackles before he let that ball go. So he is going to get a flag for that one for intentional grounding. But there was no receivers anywhere in the area when he let that one go. So he's going to lose the 5 yards they got when the Heritage jumped off sides. So it's going to bring it back to the original line of scrimmage, and they're going to lose it down. So huge play.
It's from the spot, so they're going to mark it from the spot. +5.
Oh, there you go. So from the 36, which is going to bring them to the 41.
I didn't know that intentional grounding was a spot foul, but
I didn't either. I thought it was
loss of 5 yards
Yeah.
and a down.
Yeah.
So resetting the sticks at 2nd down and 17 for the Plainsmen. 3:01 to go here in the first half.
Got something a little different here. Blaze running to the sidelines, trying to get the play. As the referees make sure that the spot's where they need it to be. And we are about to wind the clock. Everybody looks ready to go. Macabio lined up directly behind Blaze. Blaze looking downfield, has a man coming across the middle. It's Griffin. Great catch there by Griffin. He's going to get back everything and a little more. See if it's going to be enough to move the chains.
Griffin's dangerous.
And it is, so that's going to be enough for the first down.
You get him in space, he can make things happen.
He sure can. Pretty good movement here by the Evergreen Plainsmen. Blaze seems to be settled into his spot and comfortable with throwing the football. You can see how strong the young man's arm is, and it looks effortless when he throws balls out there. Valiatua back in the game. He's going to take that one right up the middle. He's going to get met with force right there at the 20 and brought down. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight will be the Union Titans taking on the Mountain View Thunder.
There's some pretty good hype around that game, but people feel like it might be a pretty good game. We'll have to wait and see, but we'll definitely be here broadcasting that one with you. Gives that right to the running back up the middle again, Valiatua. This where hardly anywhere to go. It looks like he will get a yard out of that before he gets stopped.
Nice defensive stop up front by Mr. Solo Vercher, number 55 for the Heritage Timberwolves. See if Heritage can bow their neck here, Jet, and get a stop.
It's a big down here, 3rd down and 6. Just under a minute and a half left to play. Blake drops back. Has somebody cutting across the middle. Oh, in and out of the hands there of the receiver.
That's Allen.
Number 6 for Evergreen, Luke Allen.
Hit him in the bread basket
yeah,
there.
he sure does. Evergreen throws a lot of crossing routes that just kind of develop a little late, and Blake just kind of sees that. You got to bring that one in. That's a big play.
Soft spot back there in the defense. Those safeties are dropping. Backers dropping. A lot of room underneath to work with there. You just got to come up with the catch.
With a minute and 16 left in the half, Evergreen's going to go for this one. 2 backs in the backfield. They're going to give it to the running back who's following his blockers. He's going to get taken down right there at about the 8-yard line. It will be enough for the first down. And we've got a penalty flag. Not quite sure what was going on here. Looks like it's going to be probably unsportsmanlike conduct against the Heritage Timberwolves, just by the body language of the official down there. Nice run there by Valeatua, tucked in right behind his
He did
his
get
pulling
down to
guard.
the 9, so
he did get tackled around the 9, and then they'll tack this penalty on whatever that was.
Test.
so that'll take him down to about the 4-yard line.
So we got a first down, and we have got so let's see what they're going to do. While the officials try to get this figured out. Here's the instant replay again, and it looks like they're going to have him. The instant replay shows that he might have went down right there around the 10. See where the spot's going to be, and it is.
That was a little bit too much jaw jacking there by Mr. Scoggins down there.
Yeah, might have been. The official didn't look too happy about hearing it either, just the way he responded when he saw it. This time we're going to set up under center, give it to the running back, who blasts that right in from 4 yards out. Nice little run there by Valeatua.
Just like that, Evergreen's got an opportunity to tie this game up. Quite the turn of events, being down 2 scores.
Yeah, and you know what? And the nice thing about that is that's already one thing that you see in this first game that we didn't see last year. Down by 2 touchdowns last year, you kind of felt like they were like, they
Closing
got
up
us
shop,
again. Yeah.
right?
This time these boys kept fighting, brought this game back up to a possibly 14-14, we'll see. Nevertheless, they fought hard to get back into this game, and that's definitely something to recognize. Got the snap, the hold, and that's going to be good.
So with 1:02 to go here until the half, Evergreen 14, the Heritage Timberwolves 14.
We got us a ball game again.
We do.
Got us a ball game again.
Fans over there a little bit more excited about what they're seeing here.
Yeah, that's definitely something that the Evergreen fans are looking for is something to cheer about. Big flag. So as we sit here waiting for these last 2 minutes to run out on the first half of play here, Heritage takes the field. Umiamaka standing around the 15-yard line. Evergreen still getting their playing direction from their special teams coach, Jay Beckman.
Well,
Been a special teams specialist for quite a long time and is very, very good at it. So Dale Angel breaks the huddle, waits for the official's whistle. Kicking off from the 40-yard line. Kicks it up there, picked up at the 32-yard line. Run out of bounds right there at the 41. So 10-yard gain on that play. Ball carrier, number 17, Drew Gray.
I'll tell you what, Jet, with 3 timeouts, Coach Clark might be able to come up with something here to get some points on the board.
Yeah, he sure could.
With this field position.
I thought maybe we would have wanted to kick this one away.
With just under a minute to go, I would think that that last kickoff that we kind of saw down in the corner was something that would be a little what I had in mind. But this short kick here has left Evergreen with having to defend a short field.
Yeah, pretty good field position here. Got a quarterback here, freshman with a pretty good arm too. So we'll see what happens. Smith drops back. Now he's going to get flushed out of the pocket, rolling to the right. Still trying to manage, gets the ball upfield. Great catch there by Anthony Key, but there might be some offensive pass interference out there.
That'll go against the defense. The defender was turned around, wasn't quite sure where he was at, grabbed onto the receiver, let him go, and then the ball was actually placed in there pretty nicely. Another little touch pass from the freshman Scott. Nice catch by Key bringing that down.
Sure was. And let's see.
They probably declined the penalty here, so that's going to put them at the 35-yard line after one play, Jet.
Yeah. I'm sure they're going to decline that. Take the yards. First down and 10 from the Evergreen 45, 35. Here's the play right here. Good job. That was Vale Atua who got called for that pass interference.
Heritage has 3 timeouts to work with, 46 seconds.
They're going to go with the empty backfield. 3 receivers set right there at the bottom of your screen. Smith drops back, lets it go, airs that one out. That might be picked off, and it is. Great defensive job there by the corner. That is Luke Allen out there who makes the big interception. Evergreen's going to take over.
So to me, Jet, it seems like Scott tends to throw more to an area.
And let him run into it.
A little air under it. So, yeah, he'll have to work on getting that ball down, a little more oomph behind it.
Yeah, definitely.
That one just hung up there too long.
It did.
Great opportunity to put some points on the board there, too.
So Evergreen's going to take the ball over. Quarterback's going to hand it over to Vale Atua. He is going to get across the 15-yard line down to about the 16.
I really think this early in the season, Jet, that's probably Evergreen's best offense.
Yeah.
Giving it to Vale Atua, letting him do his thing, and bringing Blaze along to where he gets comfortable as the season goes on, and they can start opening up their offense.
Macabio in the backfield.
There's that big arm.
There's that big arm by Blaze. Oh, just in and out of the hands of Griffin. And look how far he threw that ball with effortless.
Far hash, so that ball was thrown about 50, 55 yards. And I tell you what, it landed in the hands of Griffin.
It did. It did.
A little bit of contact there at the end, but Griffin had an opportunity to catch that and just let it slip through his hands.
That's going to stop the clock with 2 seconds left to play here. So one more play. Coach Hyde's going to take a timeout and see if he can't put some points on the board on this last one. I tell you what, that was a great throw by that young man.
He's got that strong arm.
Yes,
I tell you
he
what.
sure does.
He can just flick it with his wrist and get it down the field 50, 55, 60 yards. So you got to respect that.
Yes.
But then again, they have a pretty good ground game going tonight. So I would say Valetua probably has, if he doesn't have 100 yards yet, he's got to be somewhere in the area.
He's got to be close, yeah. Heritage kind of got themselves in an interesting situation. They were kind of having the momentum going into the halftime, have a pick. Evergreen now has an opportunity with a big play here to put some points on the board before they go into the locker room. Got here, taking the snap. Blake's dropping back. Somebody in the flats, and looks like there was miscommunication on what was going on. And that is going to end the first half of play here at McKenzie Stadium, where the Evergreen Plainsmen have come back and tied this game 14-14 with the Heritage Timberwolves. This is EPS Sports. I'm Rod Lawrence. We got Dan Odell, and we'll see you guys back here on the third quarter.
This is Matt Griffin, the executive producer of EPS Sports. We want to thank Dan and Rodney up in the booth. And, of course, we want to thank our student and alumni volunteers. We have C.J. Miles, Evergreen High School. We have Jacob, Ethan, and Ray, Vancouver High School students and alumni, and of course Mr. Wade Ferguson, my counterpart, the video services coordinator here for Evergreen Public Schools. Thank you all for watching tonight. We will have second half action coming up in just a little bit, but first a couple pieces of information from around Evergreen Public Schools. Each year Evergreen Public Schools is fortunate enough to welcome several new principals to our staff of talented educators. Right now, we'd like to take a moment to introduce you to them.
I started at Evergreen High School when I moved up here to the Northwest, and so that was about 11 years ago. And so now being able to come back after 4 years away feels like coming back home. So I'm really excited to get engaged with the staff again here and the community that surrounds Evergreen. What's great about the work that Lisa did was she really engaged the not only the staff here, but the entire community in compassion and learning how to work with kids from wherever, whatever background they come from. So I'm excited for that jumping off point. Our focus this year is going to be all about alacrity, which is cheerful enthusiasm. So taking that compassion and really putting a push toward increasing the spirit of the school and just getting after it. The unique things I think about Evergreen is that if you walk around the school at any point throughout the day, there aren't little cliques of students. Everybody just accepts everybody for who they are, and anybody can be a part of whatever group, which is really great. So that's one of the really unique things about Evergreen. So we're going to take that and again with alacrity, just get after it and. We're going to bring back a whole bunch of spirit things. We're going to look at the way we do assemblies and increase the spirit there. We're going to have a whole staff section that's going to push kids to really find that pride in being a Plainsman again. We've done for a long time since when I was a teacher here is the talent show. That I think sells out every year. It gets better and better. And as a teacher, I used to perform in the talent show with Mr. Day, the choir teacher. And so I'm looking forward to doing that and maybe adding a couple new teachers to that. Additionally, what I'd like to start is a couple community nights throughout the year where community members, parents, students, teachers, anybody can come to the school, and we'll have kind of like a conference, different workshop sessions set up throughout the evening, and anybody can check out what's going on at the school, see what kids are doing, learn about how to apply for college, those kinds of things. And so yeah, I'm really excited about both of those.
Sunset is a great place to learn, mainly because we've got dedicated staff, students are amazing, our parents and PTO very, very supportive. The community around us supports us very well. We have a lot of partnerships outside of the school that we rely on to help us with different activities and things like that. And everybody's genuinely excited to be here, and it's a family. That's one of the things as I talk to all the staff and introduce myself. Most of them just talk about how it's just an amazing family environment here. And we all just kind of look after each other's kids. We try to take that initiative to always be looking out and supporting each other as we go through this thing called life or school. My wife taught here. My kids went to school here a few years ago. So I know a few of the events from a parent's point of view, and the carnival was always a huge one for my kids. That was the one that they would not allow us to skip because it was a Friday evening, and as parents you get kind of tired, but the carnival is a huge event for us. It's a great fundraiser, and it's a great place where the family comes in. We started something last year, at the very end of last year, called the Shark Academy, and the Shark Academy is all about kind of educating parents about social emotional learning and just the different things that we're doing in the schools, so they have a clear understanding of what we're doing with restorative practices, PBIS, and mindfulness. I do know some of the people from more of a social standpoint, so now getting to be a colleague of theirs is pretty amazing. Kind of getting to see how hard they have their kids working in the classroom, how much they make them think, how much they make them learn. It's been a great experience to see the other side of those amazing people.
Well, I think the fortunate thing for me is that I worked for two principals that had a very clear vision, some deep core values about students and learning. And so I get to take that and now put it into the language that I use and the vision that I have for Columbia Valley. So we're just continuing all the good work that's been done here. We work in a profession where we get to have a big family reunion at the beginning of every year, and that's what is exciting for me, is seeing the teachers come back, seeing the students come back, and the parents come back, and just reconnecting. And I don't know in any other place where you get that feeling of, wow, I haven't seen you for a while, and it's so exciting to see you again and greet you and welcome you back. Last year I got to experience the Navigator Dash at the end of the year here at Columbia Valley, and it's a fundraiser, it's a major fundraiser, and students are out on the track and families are out there and there's music playing, and it was the highlight community event for our school last year, and I'm just really excited to experience that again and lead it this year. Well, I think one of the special things about Columbia Valley is every person that walks through this door is here for the same purpose, and that's for the students, for the children. Every parent wants their child to have the best, and every teacher wants to do their best for their students, and every student wants to be their best. And our parent community is incredibly supportive of all of the initiatives that we're taking on this year. And I just couldn't ask for a better community, even beyond the school families. We went out and visited, introduced ourselves to the businesses in the neighborhood just the other day, and the minute we said, we're the principal and assistant principal of Columbia Valley, their faces just lit up, and they were so enthusiastic about how can we help, what can we do, how can we partner with you. So we have a pretty fantastic community here.
I am looking forward to opening those doors up and meeting the kids. I'm so excited about that, and to be working with the teachers and just continuing the positive culture that we have here at Covington. That's what I look forward to mostly. We have a Pride Night that comes up later in the year, and that again, it invites the community in to build culture and to meet with the kids and teachers and showcase the students' work that they've been doing throughout the year. So that's something that I want to continue. I also want to have a monthly get together with parents. I haven't decided how that will look exactly yet, but I do want to be able to meet with them and just have a time to chat, have coffee, whatever they would like to do, and talk about the school year. The staff has told me that we have parents here who are very cooperative, who want to work together with us, and so I just want to reach out and make sure and grow that community to make sure that they know that they have input into events and things that are going on throughout the year, and that we care about their kids and we want to work with them to help their kids succeed.
And those are our new principals from around Evergreen Public Schools, and we welcome them to their new positions. Since this is Friday, let's do a flashback Friday. We're going to flash back to a day in early June, towards the end of last school year, when hundreds of musicians from around Evergreen Public Schools joined together to form one giant mega band to march in the annual Rose Festival Starlight Parade. We'll take a moment to listen to the sights and sounds as they prepared to march and then marched in the Starlight Parade.
Ready? Here we go. All together.
This is awesome. I'm so glad that all the high schools, all the comprehensive high schools are getting all their bands together this year for one big mega band. I just had to come to this rehearsal to see the whole thing in action because I couldn't believe it. In the district, we really try to promote collaboration and teamwork, and this is like one big example of that, so I'm really excited.
With over 800 kids here tonight, Evergreen is dominating the Starlight Parade. This is outstanding. The amount of sound coming off of this band is unbelievable. Standing up here, when they start ramping up Thriller, you can just see the crowd getting into it. It's so exciting.
Here's you. Here's your future. You can be anything you want. The possibilities are endless. But it's scary. What do you want to do? Do you know? Check out Cascadia Tech Academy. With 16 programs, it's a great way to explore careers and get hands-on learning. If you think Cascadia Tech is not right for you, let's bust some myths. Myth number 1, Cascadia Tech won't really help me land a great career. That couldn't be more false. We've got 16 programs that can lead to good-paying jobs that your friends who just attend high school won't be qualified to get.
You can learn stuff that you can immediately take out and go into real life and do. We're worth our weight in gold in this program.
Myth number 2, Cascadia Tech is not for college-bound students. But it is. We've got honor students, students going to 2 or 4 year colleges, and students planning on entering a trade after high school, so everyone.
I love all the programs here are so great. You talk to people from different programs and they say the same thing, like they just love it and the community that's here and all the skills that you learn.
The fact is, Cascadia Tech gives you both academic and technical training to prepare you for life after high school, no matter where that takes you.
1, 2.
Myth number 3, Cascadia Tech is weak in academic content. Again, false. Here's the deal. Cascadia Tech takes a deeper dive into careers that are very much in demand. You're going to come out of high school with an advantage over everyone else because you learn real skills for the real world. Those algebra skills you're learning right now at Cascadia Tech, you'll actually use them to build and design. Myth number 4, Cascadia Tech takes away from my high school experience. In fact, you'll spend half your day at Cascadia Tech and the other half at your high school. You get to hang out with your friends, still get to participate in sports, music, and clubs. That doesn't mean you're not going to meet a lot of new friends right here at Cascadia Tech. The students here share a passion for learning.
I get to just be surrounded by people who love the same thing I do, and it really motivates me to keep following my passion.
So we just busted a bunch of myths. Here are the real facts. Cascadia Tech is your avenue for careers that are in demand. You get to explore career options for free. You're going to learn teamwork, problem solving, and interpersonal skills. It's just what employers are looking for. So, think about your future. You want to graduate ready for a lucrative career? Cascadia Tech is a great first step towards college, trade school, or even your first job.
I would definitely recommend to anyone who would like to truly follow their passion and follow their dream.
Cascadia Tech is amazing. I'm always recommending it to students.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Open in the middle of the football field, catches it for a touchdown.
Would you look at that? Evergreen, would you look at those stars there?
Cool with the big three. Great. Takes it all the way now. Nice. Hey, welcome back here to EPS Sports here at McKenzie Stadium. Second half of the ball game here, 14-14, Evergreen Plainsmen against the Heritage Timberwolves. Pretty good first half of football. Hope we're going to see just as much excitement here in this second half. Hey, Dan, we got a couple of quick stats here for you. It looks like the quarterback, the young freshman for the Heritage Timberwolves now is, it looks like he's passed for over 200 yards already. A lot of that came from the big one, the big 96-yarder that he had at the beginning of the first quarter. But all in all, the young man showed some pretty good poise out there and dropping the ball in good spots. His receivers are catching stuff, and it's a pretty good start for a freshman on his first varsity football game night.
Agreed. And the biggest thing that you don't want the freshman to do is turn the ball over, right?
Right.
Protect the football, manage the game. You're a freshman. Let your upperclassmen around you make plays for you. And that's, for the most part, that's what he's done.
Yeah, he sure has. And on the Evergreen side, their offensive threat has been Mr. Young Eli Valeatua, who is rushed for 138 yards on 16 carries. So that young man's having a pretty good first half, too. So, you know, after everything that's gone on, you still the score 0-0. Everybody can still use their same game plan. I'm sure there's a couple of tweaks, big play type things, just to make sure you kind of shore up and are aware of. But other than that, I think both coaches ought to be pretty pleased with what's happened in the first half.
They should be. Heritage is going to have to tighten up a little bit of that interior defense since Evergreen seems to have leaned towards the run a little bit more. I'm sure Blaze will still throw it around some, but Heritage is going to have to shore up that defense a little bit there in the middle on their side. And Evergreen, I think if they just keep doing what they're doing, putting pressure on the young quarterback, they may be able to create some turnovers.
Yep, they sure might be able to here. So we are ready now for the kickoff, waiting for the official whistle, and we've got it. Driving kick backs him up to about the 10, where he takes it running, gets across the 30 before he meets a host of players. Looks like they're going to have him down at about the 32-yard line. Evergreen will take over. 1st and 10 from the 32 here to start out this third quarter. I'm Rod Lawrence. This is Dan Odell. This is EPS Sports. First Friday night game of the 2018-19 football season here in Clark County, Washington. I'd like to thank you all for joining us tonight and look forward to you guys being with us on a couple of more occasions throughout the year. So Blaze comes back, starting quarterback here for the second half of play here. Gideon, the running back. Blaze drops back, a quick out to the outs, and he's going to get that one to Griffin, who's going to make the first guy miss and then get run out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. It's going to bring up second down and third. 3 yards to go.
Pushed out of bounds by Caleb Lemire.
Number 7, Gideon Macabio is the running back. He's sharing responsibilities with Valaleatua as well. This time Valaleatua is in the backfield. Macabio is lined up as a slot here at the bottom of the screen. Hands that off to the running back. He's going to get across the 40, to the 45, across midfield, right there to the 50 before he's taken out of bounds. That would definitely be enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line.
You don't see that very often defensively, Jet, where you can run a play to the short side of the field with little resistance.
Yeah, I know.
Getting out there clean and picking up a first down. Seem to be shifting over heavy this way in their offense with 3 wide receivers, creating a little bit of a mismatch on the weak side.
This time they have 2 running backs. We've got kind of a offset running back being Macabio. He's going to hand that ball back off to the running back who's going to get in behind it. Nice little tackle there, but before he gets all the way down to the 31-yard line.
That's another first down run by Valaleatua.
It sure is. We'll take that back. He makes it to the 36-yard line. The Heritage 36.
And what I've seen from Evergreen since that first series, Jet, here's the replay.
Here's the replay right there. Interesting there, they have Macabio playing the up back, and he actually pulls into the hole as a lead blocker. So doing some different time blocking schemes, trying to get people out there in front of the running back. Sign up in that offset again. You're going to give the ball to Valleatua again, who breaks that one wide open. Going to make it all the way down, and it's going to be a touchdown. Nice little run there. Nice kick-out block by the lineman out there to freeze him to the sidelines to get him all the way up the line, all the way up the side there.
36-yard touchdown
36 yards.
I've got a flag at the 30, though.
We'll kind of see what happened there.
At least it looks like a flag.
Yeah, that is a flag.
Okay.
Yeah, this one looks like it might be called back as well. Let's see what they're going to say here. Block in the back.
Looks like it happened way out there on the edge.
So that great run and great blocking, except for the block in the back, is going to get called back. But it's kind of like what you talked about right as it started, and here we go. I think that block in the back just happened off camera. But good run there by the young man. And Heritage hasn't found an answer for the run game.
They have not. And they seem to be, you know, I said something about shoring up the middle a few minutes ago, but that's 2 runs off the edge now that there's been very little resistance out there, and Heritage is going to have to shore that up out on the edge.
Sure are. Well, that penalty will make it 2nd down and 14, pushing them back to the 40-yard line.
If it ain't broke.
There you go. Here we go again, right up the middle. Going to squeak through and make it down to the 35-yard line. Just beyond the original line of scrimmage, bringing up 2nd down and 9, it looks like. Oh, it looks like they're going to get him right back to the original line of scrimmage, so it'll bring it 2nd and 10. Logan Sherlock was the up back that play. This time, more conventional spread. 3 set receivers down here at the bottom of your screen. Blaze drops back, has a man open across the middle. Tries to make the connection there with Griffin. Griffin unable to bring that one in. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. That's the 2nd big drop Griffin's had today. Got to bring those in, hold them in. Blaze doing a great job of putting the ball on the receivers. They're just going to have to hold on to them. Macabio in the backfield flares out. Oh, looks like receiver there pulled up on his route. Number 3, looks like Griffin was looking for Vale Atua to be coming across the middle of the field, and it looks like he held up. So that's going to bring up 4th down.
What looked like a promising drive and touchdown has now
just stalled. Well, he had a drop pass and
incomplete pass,
and a route ran the wrong way. And then before you know it, we're looking at 4th down and 10, and Evergreen is punting the ball away. Standing back there on the 10 is Umiamaka. Kicker is Griffin. And not a real good kick there by Griffin. He's going to kick that ball out, well, at about the 21-yard line. So Heritage is going to take the ball over after a defensive stance here at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. No points scored here because of a big penalty.
My guess is Coach Hyde will be working out punters next week.
Exactly. Smith has the offense at the line of scrimmage. Umiamaka now the running back. He's going to hand it to him. He's going to try to go right up the middle of the field. He's going to make it out to the 30-yard line, or 25-yard line, I should say. And we've got flags all over the place, so we'll kind of see what happens here. Umiamaka seems to be slow getting off the field. Got holding on Heritage. Umiamaka seems to be hurt. Here comes the training staff on the field. See if we can't get this figured out. Say, hey, while we're doing this, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, step away, and we'll be right back. This is EPS Sports. Rod Lawrence, Dan Odell. We'll see you in a minute. Looks like Mr. Umiyamaka's going to be okay. He's got up and walked off the field on his own with no assistance, so that's always a good sign. Hopefully we'll see him a little bit later in the game today. So big penalty there for the Heritage Timberwolves. They're a holding penalty which pushed them back half the distance to the goal line, making it 1st and 24 from the 9-yard line. Key lines up behind him. Smith takes the snap. He's going to roll that out. Typical option. He's going to keep this one himself. Breaks it across the 20-yard line and gets tackled right there on the 21.
Number 7, Nicky Scott. Keeps the ball.
Up 2nd down now. Nice run there by the freshman quarterback.
Brings up the 2nd down.
Option play. Does a fake option. Decides to keep that one and run it upfield.
Luke Allen on the tackle.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Once again, we got a handoff right up the middle. Breaks the first tackle. Then he get wrapped up right there around the 26-yard line.
Number 22, Anthony Key with carry.
Running back number 28. That's going to be Isaac Rowe.
Ball to the 27. There's a 3rd down 5. Number 74, Jacob Leckie on the tackle.
To this point, Heritage has had a pretty good offensive plan. Play calling has been well mixed up. Some nice things going on out there. Set up here. Ball's going to get handoff again. This time nowhere to go. It's going to get met right at the handoff by Evergreen's Plainsman.
You bet. Blitzing inside linebacker. They sniffed it out.
Yeah. Macabio right there in the middle of that.
You bet. Him and Rain Preston.
Number 28, Isaac Rowe, the ball carrier.
Now it's going to make it 4th and 8, and now the Timberwolves are going to punt this one away. Fight and Griffin, the 2 deep men, both of them standing around the 50-yard line. And a straight up in the air punt again. This time it is going to bounce into Evergreen territory before it's downed. And Evergreen's going to take the ball over 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. 6:42 left to play in this 3rd quarter. We've got a tie score here. Evergreen 14, the Timberwolves 14.
What was once a 2-touchdown football game has become a stalemate.
Yeah, it sure has.
See if Evergreen can't take the reins here and apply that ground game once more.
Well, if you just look at both series for what they were, Evergreen still does have the momentum. So we'll see how they're going to take advantage of this. Once again, good field position. Set this down at the hash mark at the bottom, closest to sidelines here. Evergreen has that offset running back again. They're going to hand that ball off, try to get it to the outside, and they're able to. Valeatua. He's going to get a nice little run out of that. Looks like about 5 yards. Well, 4 possibly. We'll give him 2nd and 6.
4 brings up 2nd down and 6. At the 48-yard line. Evergreen.
Good pursuit there by Heritage. Looked like that play was going to pop for a little bit more.
Yeah, sure did. Got twin receivers on either side of the ball. Blake drops back, has a receiver open. There's Griffin right there on the sidelines. Looks like he's going to get pushed out of bounds right around the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a nice throw from Blaze.
Yeah, it sure is. Plenty enough to move the chains. Going to bring up first down. And 10
Catch there,
from the
that throw by
Heritage.
Griffin.
From the Heritage 42-yard line. Isaiah Griggs lined up here at the numbers at the bottom of the screen. We're going to give this one to Vale Atua again. And he is going to get some great yardage out of that. Nice run. Actually, on that one, kind of took his time. Waited for the blocks to develop in front of him. And now we got a late flag. So let's see which team didn't keep the cooler heads here.
Well, if you remember, before the end of the first half, it was Heritage. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah. We'll see what the play here with the infraction was.
Personal foul against White. It'll be 15 yards with foul. Repeat, first down.
So a personal foul against the Evergreen Plainsmen. 15-yard penalty for that.
Correction. 15 yards. First down.
So it looks like they're still trying to figure out exactly how many yards should be marked off here and where the ball is actually going to be put down on the line of scrimmage.
The result of the play was a first down, correct?
Yes.
So it should have been a dead ball,
Mm-hmm.
15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty from that spot of the first down. So it should have been 15 yards back from around the 26 or 7.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Got the call right, and we got the yardage right. So let's see here. Ball spotted just inside the Heritage side of the field. And it's going to bring up second down and 17 to go. Okay, looks like there's still a conversation going on about the last play. So we'll see if they get it figured out pretty quick. It looks like they may have. Nice shot of the sidelines, the stands over there at Evergreen. And the Whitecap has wound the whistle, so here we go. Breaks the huddle. We got two receivers on either side. Gideon Macabio flares out. There's the receiver right there in the middle of the field, Vale Atua, the intended receiver that's going to be in and out of his hands. That ball just a little high for where he was trying to throw that one. Kind of left his receiver out, hanging out there to dry a little bit on that play.
Got some mustard on it, too.
Yeah.
Bring up a
And
long
that play is going to bring up fourth down, where they're going to go ahead and kick this one
17.
away.
I see that Mr. Griffin's been replaced already.
Yes. We'll try somebody else with the kicking game. And that was a much better kick as it's going to roll inside the 15 and get down right there at about the 11 or 12 yard line.
Good result there for the Plainsmen.
So much better kick from Jude Chong, the kicker on that one. Heritage now takes the field. Here comes Nikki Smith onto the field. So it looks like they're trying to get it all figured out on there as this play gets ready to start up. Oh, and we've got some movement there by the offensive line. Back them up 5 more yards. Looks like that was on the tackle out there. Right there at the bottom of the field. And we're going to line them back up. First down, I'm sorry, and 15 to go. Takes the snap. Puts them down the sidelines, and great defensive coverage there. Nowhere really for the receiver to go get that ball.
Stride for stride there was Jalen Fight. Corner on the far side of the field. Right.
Second down and 15.
Right in the hip pocket of the receiver.
All right, so we're sliding line back up here. Get ready to start this second down play. Umi Amaka back in at running back. Almost an interception there. As Smith looking for his intended receiver, number 5, Caleb Lemire. Looks like he kind of pulled up short on that route. On the far side of the field, you see the Mountain View Thunder entering in the stadium for the second game of the doubleheader. Smith rolls out of the pocket and trying to get that ball down the field. That's where you kind of see the immaturity of the quarterback right there. He rolled out. Didn't quite get his shoulders headed downfield before he let that one go and bounced that one off the carpet right there in front of the receiver. But, you know, as he gets better and plays his game a little more, he'll know that he's going to have to get them shoulders around if he's going to try to make that type of a pass.
Evergreen with the huge opportunity here, Jet, for great field position.
Yeah, they sure do. Got a line drive kick there. Going to take a weird bounce. Griffin's going to pick it up, and he's going to get tackled right as he touches it. Great awareness there by the defender for Heritage. The jump on Griffin as soon as Griffin picked that up.
Great field position inside Heritage's 40-yard line to start
Sure
this
is.
drive.
1st and 10 from the 39.
4:39 to go here in the third quarter.
Evergreen breaks the huddle with Vale Atua in the backfield. Blaze, the quarterback, in shotgun formation. Hands that one off to the running back, Vale Atua, looking for an edge. He finds it, lowers his helmet, and we've got another penalty flag.
Penalty flag on the field. Gain of a yard on the carry.
See what the penalty call here. And it's going to be holding against Evergreen. Back him up 10 yards.
Holding penalty called against Evergreen. Holding against White. Penalty called foul. 10-yard penalty takes the ball back to the 50-yard line where we first 21 for the Plankton.
It's going to push him back just inside the 50-yard line. Going to bring up first down and 20 yards to go.
39 back to the 50. That's where we started.
Yes, it sure is. First and 21. Blaze drops back. Has a receiver wide open down the field. Griffin overthrows him that time. Not quite sure if they were on the same page about what pattern was supposed to be run on that play. Griffin kind of settled down in a soft spot and kind of waited for the ball, and Blake aired that one out. Or Blaze, I should say. Going to make it second down in 21.
Still think Jed Evergreen should be playing the field position game here and running the football and trying to chew some time off this clock.
No, I would agree with you. Another quick pass out to the slot there. Nice open field tackle by the corner.
And it's Griffin down again on the far side.
Coach Hyde standing over the top of him, checking him out. Looks like there's something going on with the lower half of his body, so we can't really see from up here. Good camera shot there of the fans coming out here to watch Friday night football at McKenzie Stadium. All right, here we go. Third down and 13. Blaze now drops down. Has a guy open right there at the 35. He breaks the tackle and is going to get down to the 30 before he's brought down. Going to bring him still just shy of a first down.
Jalen Fight over there with the catch. Well, I tell you, if I'm Evergreen, I'm just going to line up in a real tight bunch.
Yeah. Yes, most definitely.
Go for it on the ground here to get this first down.
Vale Atua comes out of the game. It's going to be replaced by number 13, Cam Smith.
Might even stick Blaze right up under center and just go. He's a big body.
Blaze now ready to take the snap. He's going to hand that off to Maccabio, and they are going to get it before he gets stopped, but it's going to be a close one. Yeah, looks like he got it by about a yard. Yeah, it's going to make it first down and 10 from the Heritage 29-yard line. So Maccabio is lined up there as the running back. Vale Atua and Smith or Griffin are both out of the game. Right there to Fife. Fife has a nice little run there and is going to get run out of bounds at about the 18-yard line.
So Fight getting a few more throws his way
Yeah,
now
he
that
sure
Griffin is out of the game. On the opposite side, Evergreen's brought in Isaiah Griggs, 6'4" receiver.
Yeah, he's got some height on him.
As the clock continues to run, it's a first down for Evergreen.
Just under 2.5 left to play in the third quarter. We've got a tie ball game, and Evergreen is in the red zone. Going to hand that ball off again. Number 13 running back. He's going to get down across the 15-yard line. Looks like they're going to take him down at about the 13-yard line. Cam Smith, pretty good strong run by that young man.
Number 7, Gideon Cabio, the ball carrier from number 70, Josh McNeil at the 14-yard line. Gain of 5, there's your second 5.
All right, so Cam Smith lined up as the running back. Macabio offset back. Bit of a broken play here. We're going to see how that's going to work out. And Blake was able to make a little something out of nothing there. Nice little run there. That's going to bring up now 3rd down and 3. Got about 1:15 left to play in this third quarter. Evergreen knocking on the door here. That last play broken, but Blake was able to get a little something out of it and move the down marker a couple of yards. Help out the cause. Looks like Griffin has come back into the game. They're going to hand this back off to Valeatua. So both of them came back into the game, but we've got a penalty flag on the field right now. So we'll kind of see what's going on. So we got an illegal motion call there on Evergreen. That'll back them up. They're going to back them up 5. Going to bring up about a 3rd down and 8.
Evergreen takes the ball back to the 17-yard line. There's a 3rd down and 8.
Still inside the red zone. All right, well, we're ready to run this play. Blake drops back, looking for a receiver. Doesn't see anybody. He's going to get flushed out of the pocket. Now lets that one go into the end zone. We've got a oh my goodness! And he drops the football right there in the end zone.
It's Tay Marks.
Tay Marks wide open. Unable to bring that one in. Unfortunate for the Plainsmen. That's going to bring up 4th down now.
Here's our
and
replay,
8.
Jeff. Nice job
Nice
there.
job there. It's going to get run out of the pocket. Has the awareness to know he's gotten right there to the line of scrimmage. Lets that one go. You got to have your receivers bring those in for you.
Going to bring up a 4th and 8.
4th and 8. They're going to go ahead and kick this one.
Number 21.
Eli DeAngel. Mr. Del Angel has made his last 2 attempts. We'll see what's going to go on here. And we're going to fake it. And that's not going to go anywhere. And that just turned into just badness all the way around. We had a bad snap. The holder unable to get that one down on the ground so it could be kicked by Del Angel.
Tackle by number 18, Skylar Scott.
And Heritage will take the ball over on their own 28-yard line, 1st and 10. 25 seconds left, and the Heritage Timberwolves definitely dodged the bullet on this series. Now the Union Titans have now shown up to the game, coming in the bottom gate on the far side of the field. Freshman Smith hands it to Umiamaka. Umiamaka has nowhere to go.
And what seemed like, Jed, a good opportunity for the Evergreen Plainsmen has now become an opportunity for Heritage.
Yeah, sure has.
Because that kick didn't get off. So that'll be the last play of the third quarter as we move to quarter number 4.
It sure is, and that is the finality, if that's a word, of the third quarter. We still got a tie ball game, 14-14. This is the EPS Sports. Rod Lawrence, Dan Odell. We'll be right back.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education? What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts? Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
And welcome back to McKenzie Stadium for the start of the fourth quarter between the Evergreen Plainsmen, Heritage Timberwolves. We've got a 14-14 tie with Heritage taking over at their own 27-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Scott takes a snap. Off the right side, lost about a yard or two there. What a great play by Evergreen. Number 8 coming off the edge there, Trent Heeman. Trent had a lot of playing time last year, if you remember right, Jet.
Yeah, we sure did.
A lot of time on offense, actually.
Yeah. We had a new
Nice.
running back in there for Heritage, Jackie Ha. He was
Actually,
the one, number 21.
toted the ball for Evergreen last year quite
Yeah,
a
he
bit.
did. He did. All right, we've got Umiamaka back into the game. Lined up there on the left side. Smith drops back, has somebody across the middle, makes the completion right there at the, what is that, the 38-yard line. Great catch coming across the middle.
Jordan Oliverios. Pulling in that catch for a first down for the Timberwolves.
That's going to move the chains here. And on both offenses, that play seems to be open. On both
Soft
against
spot,
both
right in the middle.
defenses, and seems like whoever takes advantage of that and completes it is going to have a pretty good game.
Empty set.
Drops back, lets that one go once again to Oliveras. He makes that first guy miss, bounces it back to the outside, is going to get across into Evergreen territory and get slung to the carpet at the 47-yard line. But it is going to be enough to move the chains. First down for the Heritage Timberwolves.
Just the old bench route from the left side.
Yeah.
Seems to be open every time.
Sure is. Here's a nice little replay. Just a nice little 3-step drop, let that one go. Good run there after the catch to get that extra yards. Griffin right there for the tackle. Umiamaka in the backfield. They're going to hand it to Umiamaka this time. He's going to try to get upfield. He does make his way up there. He's going to get about 3-4 yards out of it. Penalty flag comes in from the back judge. See what that's going to be called.
Well, Miyamaka was carrying that around like a loaf of bread on
Sure
that
was.
carry. Flag came in late. Might be another personal foul.
Got a block in the back. Miyamaka looked like he got twisted up a little bit on that play. He kind of limps off the field. Doesn't talk to a trainer or anything, so I'm sure he'll be okay. Anthony Key checks back into the game in his place.
You got some cramps going on there. Trying to stretch them out.
Yep. Well, that block in the back penalty is going to push them back into their own territory right up to the 42-yard line.
Well, it seems these two offenses can't get out of their own way here.
No, that does seem to be the case, doesn't it? It's going to bring up a first and long situation here for Heritage to try to climb themselves out of.
Good test here for the young freshman, Scott, with 10:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. See if he can't lead his team down to a score.
Scott takes a snap. Doesn't quite get his feet set before he tries to let that one go. Intended receiver, Caleb Lemire. Very dangerous pass, though, because that could have easily been a pick six with the location that he threw that ball in. Getting ready here for the play here. Coach Ashton Clark. Calling the plays for the Heritage offense. Move the tight end. We've got a timeout. Not quite sure if that timeout was because of the game clock or they decided that they wanted to try another play. But they took the timeout instead of giving up some more yards. So second down and 20, and they're still trying to get a right play called here for this situation. Both offenses seem to be pretty stagnant there in the third quarter. We'll see if who's going to kind of break loose here in the fourth and put some points on the board and go ahead and win this game. All right, well, both teams on the field now to continue play. Clock has been started. Key, the running back. Going to hand that one off this time. Key's going to get tackled in the backfield and is going to lean out there and get about 2-3 yards out of the play. They're going to give it to him at the 45-yard line. Inch him a little closer, brings up third down and 17.
Clock continues to run.
It's a big third down here for Nikki Smith. So here we go. Jackie Ha back in the game as the running back. Kind of drops that one into the tight end. Tries to get it to him and just a little too high. Two receivers in the area. Looks like Andrew Thumb, the intended receiver, but also had a receiver right there behind him. Daniel Beria, who was actually out in the area as well. That miss is going to bring up fourth down and 17. And the Timberwolves are going to go ahead and punt this one away. Punting games are not what's happening for either team tonight. And this one's going to take a decent roll and get down inside the 40 and be tagged dead right there at about the 43-yard line. So Evergreen, once again, decent field position, is going to take the ball over and their own 33-yard line.
Pretty good starting field position here for the Plainsmen.
Blaze comes in with the play. Tua, the running back, is going to hand that one off. We've got a penalty flag already. Stopping play. Tua is asking to come out of the game. I think he's possibly cramping up. This is probably some good cramp weather. They've actually waved the flag.
Yeah, there was a little misunderstanding about an injury timeout down here.
Oh, okay, yeah. They got I saw him go down. That's Eli.
It is. It's number 3.
Yeah. So I think he's probably cramping is what's going on. That's what it kind of looked like was happening.
And we've had the same thing over here on the Heritage side, so.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea to get the kids hydrated.
He's had a lot of work tonight.
Yeah, he has.
So 8:55 to go here in this ball game. 14-14, all knotted up. One of these offenses has to make a move here.
Yeah, soon. Time's running out.
Or we could get some extra football.
Yeah. Cam Smith checks into the game. Now is the running back. Going to hand that off to Cam. Cam's going to run right underneath that block, get across the line of scrimmage, down to about the 48-yard line, the 38-yard line. Nice little run. Good kick-out block there by number 10, Logan Sherlock. Sherlock checks out of the game, and Gideon Nicobio checks in. Blaze drops back, has a receiver right down the middle. Great pass and catch to get tackled down right there at the 40. Nice little route ran there by the receiver, Luke Allen.
Nice throw there by Blaze. Those are the throws that I want to see, taking a little less air out of it. And he's got a strong enough arm. He could put it into some tight windows.
Yeah, he sure can.
And that was an example right there. Nice throw and catch on offense there by Evergreen.
Move the chains down to the 40. Evergreen now in Heritage territory. First down, 10 yards from the 40.
I know he can throw it a country mile, but those intermediate routes are the routes that he really
it sure definitely
stands out on.
Cam moves down, 3 receivers set at the bottom of your screen. He's going to hand that one off. Try to get up the middle. Good step into the middle. Nice
run.
Patient run there by that young running back.
Mr. Heyman from last year.
Yes, Trent Heyman steps in behind that block, waits for it to develop.
Good footwork in that small area.
It's a nice 8-yard carry for that young man. Second down and 2. Sets him down. They're going to give it to him again. Once again, he's going to be right up the middle. Good push down to the 25-yard line. And that's going to be plenty to move the chains. First down and 10 from the 25. Evergreen hadn't had much problem running the ball against Heritage. They just, penalties have stopped them, and then just, missing big plays. Has prevented them from being up in this game more than what they are here. We've got a tie ball game and 2 big opportunities that we know were missed. They could have had the score a whole lot different. And this time we've got movement. Receiver a little too eager down there. It's going to be Jalen Fight. Back him up 5 yards.
Like they were trying to get a mismatch on the far side with Griffin. So they flip-flopped X and Y, and there was too much movement going on there.
Whitecap winds the clock. 6:20 left to play. They break the huddle. We've got 2 receivers at the top of your screen. Going to hand that one off again. This time, no go. Andrew Thom right there, the big linebacker there to make that stop, number 84.
I think they pronounced that Tom.
Tom, oh, okay. Sorry about that, Tom family. Heeman now, the running back. Nice little pass, and there we go. Overthrew the receiver, who was wide open. Cam Smith. He kind of sidearm slung that one. Did you kind of notice that? He didn't kind of come over the top. Kind of probably threw away from some of his accuracy.
So watching a little bit of the defensive side of the ball, Jed, I don't see any of these backers or corners, for that matter, rerouting receivers.
No, they're just kind of bailing out.
Bailing out, giving them a free run, and that can create some problems.
No, it sure can. It sure can. All right, Blaze breaks the huddle. Heeman, lone running back. Drops back, has a receiver open again. This time it hits him in the hands. Looks like we're getting a late flag on a pass interference.
What looked like a pretty good play by the defense there.
Sure did. Cam Smith, once again, ball thrown in his direction. This time he was able to get his hands on it, just couldn't bring it in.
Tough call there on Orlando Patino Gonzalez, who was in coverage there, number 15, actually made a pretty good play.
Yeah, he sure did. Looks like Evergreen may have dodged a bullet on this pass interference call, because that would have brought up 4th down and a long way to go.
Here's the replay from the booth.
I'm not quite sure what. It looks like the officials weren't quite sure. We'll see what's getting ready to happen here.
He might have got him on that back shoulder a little bit. We couldn't see it, but nonetheless, penalty. Give the offense a first down.
No, not quite. Not quite a first down. It's going to come a little short here.
2.
So 3rd down and about a yard and a half. Big play here. This could be the turning point of this game this evening.
3rd and 2 down there. And
line up with slot receivers. Give it to Heeman. Heeman looks for a spot up front to get there. He is going to get past the 15-yard line. That's going to get the first down. I don't see any flags, and there's the official stance on the play, and he's going to move the chains.
Clock will restart here at 5:18 to go in the 4th quarter.
Evergreen once again finds themselves in the red zone. We'll see if they're able to capitalize this time. And we've got movement. The receiver on the far end, slot receiver, just a little too anxious about getting out there to make his block. Luke Allen called for that one. And back him up 5. Still inside the red zone. First down and 15. Whitecap winds the clock. Four and change left to play in this contest. Tie ball game, 14-14. Heeman gets the ball, breaks it outside, breaks the first tackle, gets down across the 15-yard line before he gets brought down at about the 13.
That was Cam Smith on the carry there, Jack.
Cam Smith, number 13, okay. Not quite back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up second down at about 11. There's a little replay. Gets hands off. Just kind of bounces that one out. Had a defender's leak outside the blocking, but he was still able to make him miss and get some decent yards out of this. Great young man right there by Cam.
In a position to score here. They need to.
Evergreen, 3 receivers into the boundary. Right up the middle. Nice little run. He's going to get down across the 10-yard line and get stopped at about the 7.
Tell you, Jet, we know Blaze can throw it around a little bit, but I've been impressed with the Evergreen running game tonight.
Yeah, sure have. Like number 9, no, that's number 6. So that's Luke Allen who carried the ball on that play.
I believe that's Allen and Heeman down there, number 8.
Yep, Allen and Heeman both out there on the field. Cam Smith now. Trying to look for the edge and not able to get around that corner before he gets run out of bounds.
Brought down by Scoggins.
And they're going to bring up 4th down. And too many for them to go for it, so they're going to go ahead and
tough angle here, Jeff.
Bring the kicking game out here, kicking from the far hash, or the near hash, I should say. Yeah. Like a 39-yard kick here. We got the snap, the hold, the kick. Plenty of distance. And he does put it through. So Evergreen takes the lead with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left to play in the game. The Evergreen Plainsmen go on top 17-14 after a methodical drive here in the 4th quarter. Kind of stalled in the red zone, but they were able to get some points out of it.
Well, what was a pretty large deficit down there at Kiggins Bowl has turned around drastically.
What's the score out there now?
28-24 Skyview.
You know, Skyview always allows teams
down
to stay close.
24-7.
Yes, Skyview always plays to the level of the team they're playing. They always play teams like that. Kills Julian. I know it just drives him crazy that they play that way, but they don't just blow people out. They let
We've got
people hang around.
Barn burner here at 17-14
We
with
do.
3:12 to go, and every opportunity for Heritage to either knot this up or take home a victory. We're going to see what the old freshman's made of here.
Yes, we most definitely are.
I don't know if they accounted for this situation, but here he is in his first high school football game, down 3 with 3:12 to go.
Yeah, possibly the last drive of the game, and it's all in his hands.
And a great learning experience.
Yes.
In real live game action. Not on the practice field.
No, not at all. This can't be taught anywhere but right here on a Friday night. And win, lose, or draw, he's going to gain something from this. And we're ready for the kickoff. And they kind of pooched that one in the air.
Heritage fair catches that.
And it looks like they're going to take it over around the 35-yard line. They'll see where we spot it. Like I see an official across the field standing at the 37.
I sure would like to get your thoughts on that, Rod, here with 3:12 to go.
I'm thinking kick it away, but, you know, I don't know if they don't necessarily have – well, we just watched him kick a 37-yard field goal, so I'm
Right.
sure he has got a boot.
I would have been more in favor of maybe a squib kick down one of the hashes, so it took a while to pick it up, giving your coverage team a little time to get down there.
Mhm.
But a 10-yard, 12-yard pooch kick sure gives up good field position.
Yeah, and not a whole lot of clock. Okay, Jackie Ha out there in the game. Freshman mishandles a snap, gets kind of caught on his heels, and now he's just kind of letting this one go.
Tough assignment there. They were all over him right after he caught the snap.
Yep, they sure were. Here comes the tight end, Andrew Tom. And the running back, starting running back for the night, Anthony Key. They're going to an empty backfield here. Smith trying to make sure everybody knows where they're supposed to be. Got an empty backfield. Smith drops back, has one coming across the middle, and he picks it up off a deflection. Great catch. Going to get him across midfield into Evergreen territory.
You bet they mark him down at the 49 on a deflection. Nice job of staying with it by Key. Could have almost been a turnover.
Yeah, sure could have. Sure could have.
2:57. Once they spot this, clock will start.
I think Smith had a little heat on that one, and there's the replay right there. Nice little deflection. Good concentration on Key's part. Smith again steps back, hits Umiyamaka out in the flats. Nice little stiff arm, gets up the field before he's taken down right there inside the 30-yard line. We got a late flag that's coming in from the back official. So we'll see where the officials there having a conversation. That flag came in late. I saw a face mask down there on the sidelines, but not quite sure what the officials was doing. And they saw the same thing I did. So there was the late flag came in. Nice stiff arm there. And then we're going to see the face mask right here.
It'll be the 5-yard variety.
Yep.
He touched it. It came off.
So big offensive gain there by the Heritage Timberwolves. Good job by Umiyamaka to get that ball and just run hard and get up the field. But, you know, this young man's a senior, and he's been playing on Friday nights for 3 years. He knows how to go out there and get after it when the time counts. They're going to go and hands it off to Key this time. Key looks for a spot up the middle. He's going to get down to the 20-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7 to go.
What I've noticed with this drive, Jet, with Heritage is they're being a little more physical up front.
They are. They are. There is a sense of urgency with the offense on this series that I haven't seen all game, you know, to be honest with you. So Smith is stepping up. Key's going to take it again. Wide open hole. Great
nice move.
Jab step. Takes that ball back inside. Is going to get down across the 15-yard line. Enough to move the chains. And it's going to bring up 1st and 10 from it looks like about the 11.
Makes you wonder why we haven't saw more, Mr. Key. Anthony Key. Still only a junior.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time. Well, we saw him for the first time a little bit last year. Yeah. And I think he was getting some mop-up time, but, you know, some injury stuff. And he looked good then. He is their guy. They give it to him again. This time he's going to make it to the 10. before he is met with an Evergreen Plainsman.
Yeah, brought down there by big number 73, Justin Tom.
Check it, make sure you're looking at the right roster.
Well, how can that be? Because there's Andrew Tom with the same spelling on the other team.
There you go.
58 seconds and counting.
Well, now the pressure is definitely on. Umiamaka goes into motion to the far side of the field. Victor now is going to hand that ball off to Key again. Key looking for somewhere to go is going to get stacked in the middle before his momentum is stopped. They're not going to give him much on that one at all. Maybe about a yard.
Heritage does have a couple timeouts here.
And it looks like they have decided to use one of them right now. So I tell you what, we're seeing, Evergreen is kind of, the sense of urgency has started to show up in these last couple of seconds on both sides. After the big play, Evergreen was like, oh, wait a minute, we might need to wake up.
I'm thinking if I'm Heritage here on 2nd and 8, and I do have one more timeout in my pocket.
Right.
That I'm probably going to run my best play.
Yeah, most definitely.
Whichever that is
most
to try and
definitely.
score. If I don't score here, I'll use that timeout, come out and kick the field goal. But
yeah, give my best play to my best guy.
For sure. Best play to my best guy to try and win the game. If I can't win the game, I don't want to turn the ball over here. And we'll attempt a field goal if that's not successful.
Right.
Now, as far as Evergreen's concerned, I think you're going to want to maybe use a timeout here after you see Heritage set up on offense.
Yeah, no,
because Evergreen
definitely.
has 3 timeouts. There's no sense in taking those 3 timeouts back with you on the bus. So,
Right. They don't carry over or nothing. So do all you can to keep this game doable. And I didn't recognize it at first, but we do have a player down on the field. Looks like it's another cramping situation. So yeah, this game is going pretty long now. The next game is supposed to start at 7:30, and but by rules of the WIAA, there has to be 20 minutes between the games, which means there'll be a pretty long intermission for us this evening.
So again, I'm saying if I'm Evergreen here, Jet, thinking defensively, I'm going to let them line up. And then I'm probably going to call a timeout so I can talk about what it is they're trying to accomplish
Pretty
over
good
there.
strategy. Well, we were talking about their best player with their best guy. Key just came out of the game with the cramps. So another running back comes into the game here, number 28.
I got to be looking for 2. Umimaka somewhere here in the end zone.
Yeah. Isaac Roa is
At
out
this
there
point,
in the backfield. There is Mr. Umiyamaka lined up in the slot.
They're spread out here, so Evergreen would be wise to take a timeout. But
they're going to let this go. Victor. Umiyamaka in the – oh, and it is a touchdown. Best play, best guy, right? Best play, best guy. Umiyamaka for the touchdown. Big touchdown throw there by the freshman, Nikki Smith, who just drops it in Umiyamaka's hands back there in the back of the end zone. Defender on that play, Tay Marks.
Kind of fell down a little bit.
Here's the instant replay. He just got right behind Tay Marks. Marks was just beat on that play, and there was really nothing he could do. And with 27 seconds left in the game, Heritage takes the lead again, 20-17. Evergreen still has hope with 27 seconds left, but it's going to take a miracle. We've got the snap, the kick, and everything is good. The good thing about this is they don't have to score to keep this game alive. They can just get down there, get close enough, and kick this through. We know Evergreen would have to get down to at least the 20-yard line because that's definitely within range of their kicker right now. But now the game gets super interesting. 21-17. Heritage on top. Takes the lead again for the first time since the second quarter.
So back to that kicking game, Jet, here. I'm thinking I want to squib the ball down somewhere in an open area down a hash so that it takes a while for our guys to come down and cover.
Yes,
give them an opportunity.
Most definitely.
What you might see here from Evergreen is some type of throwback type play to the opposite side of the field.
Well, here's the danger. You got Griffin on the field, and you've got Blaze who can throw it practically the length of the field. So there's your hope right there.
I don't see Blaze out here on the kickoff return, though. Back deep is Griffin.
And Fight.
And Fight.
All right, welcome back to McKenzie Stadium, everybody. Preston Mayfield and Marcus Reeves with you on a beautiful Friday evening. Game one of our doubleheader just
As these teams prepare for what can be a very important kickoff. Evergreen trailing by 3 with 27 seconds to go has to come up with a big play here, Jet.
Yes, most definitely a big play is needed. Student body on their feet across the field over there for Evergreen, anticipating something big. And the squib. And they're going to go down on that one. 2 seconds run off the clock as the ball is now down at the 41-yard line. With a receiver like Griffin and an arm like Blaze, this is pretty dangerous territory. Just kind of see what's going to go on here and what's going to be ultimately the play call here.
You know, with 25 seconds, Jet, Evergreen has 3 timeouts.
Yes.
They can run anywhere from 4 to 5 plays.
They sure can. They sure can. They come out there, slot receivers on either side. Blaze drops back. There's the ball to Griffin.
Get out of
Griffin's
bounds.
going to break back into the middle of the football field. Not quite the thing I think I would do, but somebody needs to go ahead and call timeout right now. And they already had that set up, so that timeout is being called by the line judge across the field. We're down to 14
talk to Griffin
seconds.
there. You need to get out of bounds and, 1, save the timeout. 2, save the 6 seconds you wasted in the scrum. Got to get out of bounds quickly, call a timeout quickly on that type of play.
Yeah, you sure do. You sure do.
And know the situation. Now they've only got 14 seconds. Here's the replay. Nice quick throw. Could have jumped out of bounds right there into Heritage territory. He picks up about 7 or 8 more yards, but then it takes 6 seconds to bring him down.
Yeah, sure does.
Guys were
and
coached.
Evergreen does call that's an official called timeout right there. I thought the timeout was called already.
Heritage doing a nice job of coaching over there, saying, hey, keep the ball carrier up.
Yeah.
Pick at the football, keep the ball carrier up. He won't think to go down. He'll think about holding on to the football. So nice job there by the Timberwolf defense. So 14 seconds to go here, Jet.
So this turned out to be a pretty good game. Nice game for the opening games of the high school football Friday night football season here in Clark County,
It
Washington.
has. It's been an evenly played contest.
Yeah, it sure
These
has.
2 teams are very similar in skill set.
Match up
And,
well, and it
they do.
showed in this game tonight. Evergreen Plainsman coming back out onto the football field.
Going to have to get a big chunk here.
Griffin lined up on the line outside the numbers. Blaze drops back, has the receivers open, looking for Griffin across the middle, and it's an interception. go down, and time will run out with the Heritage. Oh, it's going to clock. We'll stop with 3 seconds, so Heritage will have time to for their victory play.
Timberwolves pretty pumped up down there.
They sure are. Orlando Pita Gonzalez is the one who makes the big interception there in the middle of the field. They had Griffin bracketed. Here's the instant replay right here. Right, nice play there by the defender. Just steps right in front of Griffin to take that one down. Heritage is going to take a timeout here.
Yeah, Evergreen, well, they still got 3 timeouts, but I don't see them taking any here with 3 seconds on the clock.
No,
so
I don't either.
This should pretty much wrap up here with the kneel down.
I would agree.
Which is an interesting name. I thought I was a pretty nice guy, but if I'm the enforcer, man, I gotta be the enforcer. I don't have a nickname yet. I gotta earn that. We'll see. I don't think I'm gonna get him first.
All right, after the timeout, Heritage comes back on the field. Both teams now come back to the line of scrimmage. 3 seconds left to play in this game. Heritage on top, 21-17, after the great defensive pick there by Pina Gonzalez. Number 15, nice athletic play, steps right in front of Griffin to take that ball away from him. Heritage looking for all their personnel to get onto the field. One of the linemen not ready to go. Not a whole lot going on. They're going to take the knee and allow this to run out. So we're going to end our first game of the night and of the season for Vancouver, Washington, Clark County High School football. Heritage ends up taking this one 21-17, and a great second half of football out here. This is EPS Sports. I'm Rod Lawrence and Dan Odell here by my side. We'll see you guys a bit later when we come back for the doubleheader. We've got Union Titans going against the Mountain View Thunder. This is EPS Sports. You guys have a good night.